All right. All right. I'm back. Oh man, that was a lot. I ran from home back. I commuted. I've commuted. Hello. All right. We ready to fly? If I walk, the movie would be over. All right, let's jump into KSP again. Let's get this done, shall we? Did you wait until I sat down? Oh. I needed to go get my sweatshirt because it was pretty warm here today. So I walked out here with just the short sleeve shirt on, didn't even think about it. When I went to go grab food just a second ago, I walked outside and went, oh, it's a little cold out. Remo made a nice chicken dinner, winner. It was amazing. I scarfed it faster than I really wanted to, but it's okay. It's very bing chilling outside. Gonna be in the teens in Hotlanta. How are you guys gonna deal with that, Adino sign? It was 55 this morning, freezing cold. Dude, it's 31 here. 31. You're in El Paso, it's around 60. Not bad. The South will just shut down. You're not gonna leave your you're not gonna leave your house. It's mildly warm in the UK, you're a little confused. It's minus 15 C, and we got a foot of snow overnight, and no one knows how to drive in the snow. Have I seen the WB-57 footage of the Orion shoot deploy? No, not yet. That link isn't working. It's not working, Tomas. Oh, man. Okay. Mission Mode 3 log. Bluelin says he's a weasel. That's good. Yeah, Jim, I'm going to start doing it. That's something I'm going to keep picking up. Just keeps it going. I should have left one of these blank. CTS1 is the closest one to being blank. So, we have CTS5 today. Actually, you know what? This is a copy of CTS4. It's literally the same mission. So, let's go in here. CTS5 for the 5th generation transportation system. We need to rebadge the Puma upper stage SN03. And we have a different crew, upper stage to GTO. This is the 5th launch from LC1, payload mass 24 tons. Where we got Pathfinder on its 5th flight. Tejas 3, Puma 3 deployment. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. I said we would save trying to get that stage back for the 3rd mission. So That's what we're going to try to do. 78 in Honolulu. That's messed up. That's not cool, bro. So we have our recovery numbers here for staged and stowed for the arm. I wrote them down. Looks like NASA deleted it from the archive. Somebody posted it on the Tweeterers, though. I'm going to wait until NASA reposts it, Thomas, to put it on the stream. All right. So, here's what we'll do. Let's get Pathfinder re-integrated. Lock 1. Open this up. Set that flag to Tidris 3. And here's what we'll do this time around. I will give this thing a fuel cell. Here, we got to make sure we safe the monoprop tanks there. That's something we hadn't done last mission. Make sure those monoprop tanks are safed out. And then, yeah, we will give that stage. We will give Puma 3 a fuel cell on it, an experimental fuel cell. Where should we put it? Put it right there. Right there, riding behind the docking port. Make sure that'll clear everything. Yep. Okay, cool. So that fuel cell will allow us to put Puma into a recovery position, and we will dump its fuel, and then the shuttle will re-rendezvous with it. We'll dump the fuel when the shuttle approaches. When we approach. Yeah. They did post this. Once again, recovering the Puma upper stage is just... Recovering the Puma, that was me, guys, that was me, is just a bonus. Actually, we didn't give it the grappling point. I don't think... Oh, it has it. It has the right grapple point. Okay. I'm a little bit worried about bringing this thing down, though. So let me back out here for a second. And I just want to see where my center of mass ends up with the Centaur coming back down. Or Puma. What same hell's a Puma? Alright, so the stage will be inerted. And then where does our center of mass line up? That'll land. It'll come back. Yeah, it absolutely will fly. We got to be a little bit careful in transonic coming back down with one of these things, but yeah, it'll do it. Excellent. Okay. What time is the Vega launch? We have Vega, Pleiades, Neo 5 and 6 at 8:47. It's 6:57 right now, so we have about 2 hours. Ooh, recovering the Puma might... I'm thinking whether we should just recover it or not. Maybe I'll leave it up there and get it on the next shuttle mission. Yeah, that's a good idea. It has the fuel cell. It should be able to stay up there for a pretty good while. We could always add a solar panel array to it, but yeah, no, the fuel cell makes more sense. We'll send it up on the next mission. Cool. All right. All right, Thomas, what is this footage? Engineering cameras from the splashdown. Ooh. Vertical video. Three pilot chutes, 3 mains. Very nice. It'd be nice if we used this more. Man, this does not like this. Launched Orion more. Orion was originally, Orion was supposed to originally move people to the ISS on a smaller rocket. It's such a good capsule. It's like, it's a shame that it's not being used more. Good. Cool. It's a shame it's not being used more, man. Is that Starlink tomorrow morning at 5? Oh no, it's the 28th. Oh, thank God. It's the 28th. Oh, okay. All right. That's good. That's good. That's good. Oh, that almost sucked. Why did NASA farm out contracts for 2 new ones if Orion is good? 2 new one what? Wait, what? 2 capsules? So, Owens, the plan was back in the day to have Orion used on a smaller rocket that was built in-house by NASA to eliminate a huge stopgap in space capability. The plan was always to move Orion to do lunar missions in the 2020s, like what it's doing now. And Starliner and what would become Commercial Crew, Starliner and Dragon, were always supposed to take the reins over. And what we're doing is building a small vehicle, Ares 1, to be able to move Orion to the space station so we could develop Orion out as a low Earth orbit capsule and test it in Leo before we sent it anywhere out to the moon. And then we decided we didn't want to do that because it was too expensive. So we axed sending Orion into low Earth orbit and then just started developing the Orion capsule that goes directly to the moon, and Starliner and Dragon took its place instead. Problem is that Orion was much closer to becoming a capsule than Dragon 2 or Starliner ever would. You gotta remember, when the Commercial Crew contracts were awarded in 2014, SpaceX did have the Dragon 1, and they'd used their research to parry that into Dragon 2, and even they got done pretty damn quick for what it was, but even then they still took 10 years. Orion was supposed to bridge the stopgap till Commercial was ready to take over. Can you imagine in some scenario where Commercial Crew, where they award it to Sierra and Boeing instead of SpaceX? We still wouldn't be able to make it to the ISS. Think about it, dude. Yeah, Orion was supposed to eliminate that stopgap so we wouldn't have a decade of no human spaceflight from US soil. Yep. Yeah, we decided we didn't want to do that because it was too much money. Okay. Sure. All right, guys, let's do this. I think we're going to leave Puma 3 up there with its fuel cell. I'll recircularize it and we'll leave it on with its fuel cell and we'll go get it on the next shuttle mission. All right, so that thing is good to go. Rondard and Lisbon have flown already. That's correct, Sam. Yep. So yeah, that's why. The plan was always to have 3 capsules, you know, Orion and then 2 commercial capsules. That was the plan, but some bonehead looked at that and said it was too expensive. What do you want? I don't know. Yeah, uncapping. Yeah, I know. I was expecting better too. Yeah, I think it's time to get another crew in here. We need a bigger Kerbal knot core. Hey, Jordan. 31 months. That would make sense, Sirius. Orion, you think Orion will ever visit the ISS? No. No, not at all. Let's see. Her name's Diesel? Oh, that's awesome. Thomas! Okay. Diesel and Thomas, and then we need Gilfrey, another pilot. Now we need a scientist. Langy? Sure, Langy. I love how we have a scientist and he's stupid. There's the crews for the next missions here. And then Bogey? Awesome name. Jedburr. How many pilots do we have here? 3 pilots. You know what? Astronaut class time. There we go.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Excellent. Yeah, I need actually pilots, scientists, and engineers. The reason why, what I was thinking is because I don't want just pilot, engineer, pilot, scientist. We want to start running 4-person crews, you know, to get more experience with Kerbal. So I'm going to need more...
Discovery, go at throttle.
I'm going to need more pilot, scientists, and engineers than pilots. Oh my goodness. Farhund with a 48, and then Alex had a 10-month. Dude,
Discovery, go at throttle.
I got your stamps, dude. Those are really cool. Pro dodge. All right.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Pro dodged. ARJ, thanks for the 10 subs, man.
Discovery,
Hope you have a good
go at
holiday,
throttle up.
buddy. Bedankt voor het cadeau abonnement. Bedankt. Bedankt. Laglander, bedankt
Go
voor
at
het
throttle
clogs. Bedankt voor het cadeau, Max Verstappen.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
No, it isn't, W. That's Japanese.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Sorry, Dutch, thank you. It's all good. Bedankt. I think it translates to
Discovery, go at throttle up.
windmills and clogs are stupid. I think that's what he said.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Maybe. My Dutch is pretty rusty. Close enough.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
He said thanks for the gift sub. Frisian is like, what, why? What? No. Orange football team bad, okay? Well, they are, so you're not wrong. Hey, windmills are pretty cool. You sound like someone with a German accent that wanted to speak That is a lot of bits for me. Thank you very much. Time to launch. Fogey. Thomas, you're up. Get those orange suits out. It's the shuttle. ARJ, you're too good to me, man. Thank you for the bits. Much obliged.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
JT, 66 months. Where are we going? To the moon? No. This is Tidris. It's a Tidris launch. More bits? Did the shuttle ever fly with only 2 crew members? On 4 flights. STS 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yep.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Jeez. Pray with a 19-month, wishing I could just press a button and have a fueled up vehicle ready to launch. Yeah, I know what you mean. Year 1, day 23, 04:37:38. Fogey and Thomas. Fogey Kerman, CDR, and then Thomas Kerman is the pilot on the mission. Sir, may we put laser cannons on this thing? No. Oh, not 3738. We need to go. Let's go at 440. Good number. All right, dudes. I'm going to turn the volume up. Crank this. Because rocket engine. All right. Tejas 3 Puma 3 deployment. We are go for launch. Let's complete the handover for orbital internal power at this time. Pathfinder is now running on its 3 onboard fuel cells. Okay, we got 3 good fuel cells on board. Thanks for the bits, everybody. Cannons and such. Okay. The monopropellant's supposed to be like that, dude. All monoprop tanks are locked out. Why do they have the white flight suits on? Whatever, it's alright. It's okay.
Discovery.
ARJ with the 5 subs. Thank you. Guys, this is going to be loud. I have the Kerbal volume cranked, so be ready.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Thanks for all the bits, everybody. Happy holidays. No, this is regular stock KSP, Mushu. Okay, T-minus 40 seconds in game. Merry Christmas to you too. Right on. Right on, buddy. What am I waiting for? The count. I said we'd go at 440. We got 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds in game. We have GLS's go for auto sequencer start. Pathfinder's onboard computers have primary control of all vehicle critical functions. T-minus 20 seconds in real time. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Go for main engine start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition. And we got a liftoff. Space Shuttle Pathfinder on the CTS-5 mission, moving the Tejas 3 satellite to orbit. We've cleared the tower. Go for roll program. Roll program complete. Roger, roll. Mission control is now in control of the flight. Plus 20 seconds, all systems looking good. Brake controllers are locked in, everything's looking good. Starting to throttle back here for maximum dynamic pressure. 3 main engines entering the throttle bucket here, all of a sudden entering some clouds. tons, 2 crew members making their way for evening ascent up into space. Max Q, We have max Q T plus 43. Stand by for the throttle up command here. Pathfinder, control, go at throttle up. We did, Loopy. Copy, go at throttle up. Throttle up command being issued to Pathfinder's onboard computers. Throttling the main engines back up to 100% of rated performance.
Discovery.
Shuttle
Go
is
at throttle
in
up.
transonic. Yep. That's the next mission, Loopy. Next mission, I'll leave Puma up there. It has enough fuel for the fuel cells to make it last. The next shuttle mission will be a shuttle recovery mission. We'll send up Pathfinder with the Puma Integrated Support Structure, or PIS for short, and we'll fish it out. All systems looking good. Next step in the flight is booster tail off. Everything looking real good here. SRBs have started the tail off in thrust. Coming up on separation at T plus 1 minute 50 seconds. Or 110 seconds into flight. Everything looking good on Pathfinder. Looking good for SRB set flight. Got a good separation, 103 converge. Pathfinder's onboard computers commanding the main engine nozzles to swivel, aiming the shuttle for its precise target in space for main engine cutoff. Clock 2 minutes right on the dot. We're 120 seconds into the flight. All systems performing beautifully. That's right, Mailfish, yeah. Shuttle's a little sluggish carrying this big payload up into space, but all systems are still looking good. T plus 2 minute 30 seconds into flight. Pathfinder's 3 main engines working perfectly at this time, going right down the pipe, right down the track into a precise 100 by 100 orbit here. Something like that, Loopy, yeah. Pathfinder, negative return. Copy, negative return. Your single engine TAL, Pathfinder. Call for single engine TAL indicating that Pathfinder, in the event of an engine failure, can make it across the Sea of Kerbal to Kerbria for a single engine abort scenario. Two engine TAL. Stand by, press for ATO. PTO abort call indicating that the shuttle could abort to a lower orbit in the event of an engine failure at this time. Flipping over. Shuttle now entering the wings up configuration as we go over the hill for acquisition through Tidris. Shuttle moving and aligning itself to be in the upright position, pointing its antennas deep into the stars so the tracking data and relay system will be able to convey the data correctly. Currently still not over the hill. Stand by, press for MECO. We have MECO confirmed. 113 by 31. We can shore that up. It's still
go at throttle up.
It's still a pretty good nominal insertion, but we definitely need to get better at that. If this was a more precise mission, that would be too much. Roger, 67 month resub. Okay. Stand by for ET separation. We have ET separation confirmed. Shuttle no ohms 1 required. Welcome to space. Stand by for ohms 2. And orbiter maneuvering system priming in T plus in T minus 4 minutes. Roger, your power come back on, dude, or what? It's right there. Come on. That's obnoxious. All right. Can't switch vessels. It's right there. Give me a freaking break. Oh, man, I'm going to lose a booster for no reason. You know, maybe if I hit it more, it'll work. Solid rocket booster is coming back down here. Should be making it through. There we go. We got a good drogue deploy. Well, that's the end of that. And we have a loss of signal. Oh, wait. How do we not through Tidris? Really? Oh, headphone users. Headphone users. Headphone users. Just in case. Oh well. That's a shame. Oh well. My water extra exploded today. Yeah, juiced both my boosters, Urban. Okay. Switching back over to the orbiter now. All right. We still have an acquisition. We still have AOS through KSC, but we should be getting a handover through Tidris here in a moment. We need to boost the P up to 100. There. Reorienting the shuttle. Yeah, water, well, there's a way to do it. I just gotta figure out a way to get my boosters to stay closer to each other. If they stay within, if it gets within like two kilometers, it'll work.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Fogey and Thomas now priming the...
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Hey, Adam, 55-month resub. Thanks, man. They're now priming the orbiter maneuvering system engines for an insertion burn here. I'm just making sure these engines are saved. There they are. Okay, cool. There we go. Let's just get a really big rope. Jeez, snackless. It's nuts. Okay, stand by for ohms 2. Got a good ignition on both orbiter maneuvering engines. While you're at it, stretched orbiter, I'd rather die. You have to deploy the antennas. What's up? Nothing, man. What's up with you? About halfway through the insertion burn here. We have positive perigee. Control can confirm PP. .16. All good. Busy at work. Same old, same old. Yeah, but it's not like your job sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like your job is bad, homie. You know what I mean? Could be worse. You could be Mattia Binotto and not have a job. Am I right or am I right? Yep. Owens, yeah, you're not wrong. Okay, stand by for home shutdown. We have good shutdown on the orbiter maneuvering system. Okay. Pathfinder, this is control. You are go for on orbit. I like your job too. My job doesn't suck, dude. Okay. We're going to, the MPM controller is enabled. We're going to move the arm into the outward position. All right. The KU band antenna is giving us a good relay through TDRS. That's perfect, man. I love that we actually have to deploy the antenna. That really makes me happy. Okay, we're going to move the manipulator positioning mechanism into the deploy position here. MPM is in deployed. There we go. Good. We have a good signal through TDRS. Wait, when did this antenna gimbal? I have robotics attached to it. It's my KU band antenna. That's where the shuttle's antenna is too. And that's what it used to communicate through TDRS. Which is actually pretty neat. Okay, manipulator positioning mechanism is moving into the deployed position. Look at the padding in the cargo bay, beauty's in the details. It's got to be right, man. It has to be perfect, man. Perfect. Has to be perfect. Okay. So what we need to do here is another orbit around to PE, and we need to just do a little bit of this here. We need to circularize right at 100. Okay, just a quick maneuver here. Yeah, Adam, have you seen the bottom of this shuttle, dude? I know you've been busy with work. Check this out, dude. So, I figured out a way to use the triangles. You know, I was using the triangles. I figured out a way to make a shuttle fuselage with them. I figured out a way to use the geometric shapes, the equilateral geometric shapes, to make a fluid bottom of the shuttle. Look at this thing. Look at the front of Pathfinder, dude. Bella. I made a panel shuttle. I could be a 3D artist? Wow, thanks. That's high praise. I edited the craft file, RJ. Okay, let's zap ourselves around over here. We have a relay through TDRS too. Actually, let me see what our... So our signal is going through TDRS 2 to Kerbal. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's so legit. I'm sorry, that's really neat. I really enjoy this. Covering the Vega launch? Yep, we gotta get this mission done. We have a straight acquisition of signal through Kerbal. Gnomes 3. Okay, 100 by 100. We are good. TDRS is what we're putting up, Adam. Tracking data and relay satellites. I have 2 out of 3 up. If you look, we have 2 and we have 1. We need to place 1 right there. Is this a game like with objectives or goals? Bales, you can play a career mode where you like progress through and unlock bigger things over time, and you make money off launching commercial satellites, and you get money from milestones, and you can gain scientific points by doing science experiments up in space and on the ground and whatnot, and you can your science points will unlock you better parts, and then you can buy said better parts. There's a whole thing to it, which is actually pretty cool. I'm not doing that. I'm making my own missions. My mission here and my overall space program goals is to use the space shuttle as a commercial and crew launch vehicle to build out an infrastructure that can get me anywhere in the solar system. And I need to do it before Kerbal 2 comes out. So we got our work cut out for us. Have you ever considered a traditional career in the space industry? Like what, Coop? Like what would I do? I wouldn't be good at working on rockets in real life. I mean, I'm sure I could figure it out if somebody wanted to give me the training to work on one. Sure, absolutely. But, I'm afraid I'm not too much use except as like a hype guy. Except as a hype man. Like an aerospace engineer or project manager? I'd do it, dude. If somebody wanted to bring me on.
Go and throttle up.
If somebody wanted to bring me on, man, I'd be more than happy to do it. You think you'll spend time with KSP 1 after KSP 2 comes out? I don't know, maybe. You have a non-traditional career in the space industry and you're doing a good job with it. Alright, so we're going to shut down the OHMS engines. Put those things on standby there. Thanks. I look on your stream... I watch your streams a lot, but typically when I'm at work, so I only have audio and not video, and I always don't know what's happening. I know what you meant, dude. It's all good. So, yeah, Ford telling us an announcer. Dude, I was talking to my parents. My parents were watching that morning when SWAT launched, and I was like, I was talking with them about it, and I was like, is it as bad as I thought it was, or was I just being grouchy? Because I know my parents will tell me the truth. And I was talking to my mom and my dad, and I'm like, was it that bad? And they're like, my parents usually are like, you know, it's probably something else. You're probably the problem, not somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, if I got, like, go back in the day, like, if I got in trouble at school, they'd be like, what'd you do? What'd you do? And I'd be like, no, it's the school's fault. And they'd be like... Sure it is. What'd you do? And I'm like, you know, like, so my parents like looked at me and they said that cast felt like it was targeting 5-year-olds, like it was a 5-year-old demographic. They're trying to target a 5-year-old demographic at 3 in the morning. And I'm like, oh god, okay, thank you. It wasn't just me. The cast was terrible, Loopy. It was horrible. I'll tell you the truth, you fat piece of crap. Nah, projection. Yeah, something like that, Adam. Yeah. Hey, Neuron Bastard gifted Bales a sub. Hey, there you go. Usually the announcer would be entertaining. Yeah. I'm happy I wasn't awake for it. Dude, it was... Thomas, you remember when the Michael Freilich launch? It was like that. It was just... What do you... Dude, I kid you not. They were like... And now we're going to do spacecraft separation. When spacecraft separation happens, the spacecraft will separate from the upper stage. That is not an exaggeration. That is exactly what happened. I was just like, okay. I was like, okay. Yeah. It was not ideal. Headphone users, ship 24 burr. Oh, this is from the Static Fire the other day, huh? Very nice. Yeah, it was hard to watch. It was difficult to watch. And you know, like I was like, Chad, is it just me or is this like kind of bad? And they're like, yeah. I was like, you know, Chad was like, it's not, yeah. Pants are gross. I'm like, is it just me? And they're like, well, it's not for you. It's for kids. I'm like, guys, it's 6 in the morning. It was 3 in the morning Pacific, 6 in the morning Eastern when it launched. I'm like, okay. We had a crane stolen today. Guy got into a police chase. Very nice. All right, we're going to extend the antenna on Tidris here. One of the 245 tons. Who just steals a crane? Anyway. God, just like, I would. Yeah, Sam, it was cringe. It was not good. Jim, it was terrible. I asked my parents, and my parents would tell me the truth. Like, if I was being a grouch, they're not like, oh, EJ, it's fine. Whatever you do is good. No. My parents, ask Primo. My parents are very real when it comes to that stuff. They will, if you screwed up, they'll tell you screwed up. You know. Like the other day when my mother asked, "What's a ramen king?" and I went, no! Oh no! Yeah, Adam, it was. Here, I'll show you. Look. Watch. What do you think? Not bad, right? Here, how about this? Yeah? Yeah? Not bad, right? Okay, Puma's in the deployed position. Don't worry about it, Karmas. Seriously, you don't want to know. It's just dumb internet things from a couple years back. Okay. We got a nice sunrise. Pathfinder, you are go for deploy. We got to go for deploy. Got a good deploy on the Puma upper stage. Or not right now. Not right now. Just zip it up. Just zip it up. What were you typing as that flew away? Oh, I wasn't typing anything. Here. I wasn't typing nothing. I was taking pictures. You left the telemetry panel up. You can crop that out. It's not a big deal. Come back to us, Puma. Yeah. That's awesome. That's also awesome. That was from this ascent. Nice, selfish. It's like I didn't get the exposure right. It's actually a pretty good shot. Cool. All right. So Adam, to be fair, that Centaur G never existed with the shuttle. They wrote it off after Challenger because it was it was too dangerous. The crazy thing is that they wrote it off after they built one. Actually, they wrote it off after they built a couple. There's the stage. That is the exact stage that was supposed to launch. Yeah, they made it, and then they never used it. Note a pattern. I'll link what I'm listening to in chat, Sock. Aqualex, I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean? Okay, we'll grab this on the next mission. Look at the link above. What is this piece of junk? Rocket door? Yeah, nope. Yep. I don't know what that is. Maybe for landing or something? What kind of failsafe did they have so it couldn't fire in the shuttle bay? They hit Alt-L and lock the stage out. So, Goalie, there was a whole Centaur deployment mechanism integrated with the Centaur, well, the Centaur Integrated Support System, or CISS for short. That's that cradle thing that's holding the back of the Centaur. That's basically a little launch pad. It's a launch pad that's built into the shuttle's payload bay. Now, don't get me wrong. They wouldn't outgas. You don't want to outgas anything inside of the shuttle's payload bay because you're literally firing a rocket engine inside of the payload bay is about as good as having a running car motor engine sitting next to you when you're driving your car down the road with no firewall. That's probably not a good idea. In terms of like safing the thing, it's just pressurizing the stage. Yeah, just press the stage for flight and open up the valves on the basically, yeah, the CISS. That wouldn't happen. They wouldn't press the Centaur for flight, or not press the Centaur for flight, but basically trickle feed the propellants and thermally condition the engines until it was far away from the shuttle. But it never happened. So they only have the deployment systems and the vent lines, and that's it. You really can't fire it from the space shuttle, even if you tried to do it manually. All they can do is release, and then the shuttle will pick an inertial guidance, or not the shuttle, the stage probably most likely picked up an inertial guidance position from the shuttle's last known point and ran on IMUs. So the computers could fire the engines, and that's it. You really can't like manually start a rocket engine like that. Like, it wouldn't be able to do it. In terms of the computer doing its thing, they would basically transfer to internal power from the shuttle's power supply system on the Centaur after deploy. So the computer would only be on during the deployment system. So yeah, there's really no way to do that. I've read the manuals. There's a huge detent into it. Like, yes, exactly, Bill. Mm-hmm. Yeah, ViceGrip did that once, yeah. What was Centaur for? It's a third stage for the space shuttle, Jack. Yeah, it's a third stage. So, okay. We just saw SLS launch, right? SLS, in its Block 1 configuration, has a Delta Cryogenic second stage with an RL-10 engine. Right? So DCSS with an RL-10. And an Orion capsule on the top. So take all this, from here down, get rid of all that. And then from here up, put it inside of a shuttle's payload bay. Picking up what I'm laying down? Midge, I swear, I will slap you. So, Jack, the idea with Centaur G is that it would have been initially able to deploy any payload. Dude, literally anything, anywhere. The shuttle could move whatever payload wherever. Geostationary, no problem. Geostationary transfer, no problem. Probably a good 20 tons cislunar. So if you want to shoot something out to the moon, like an Orion capsule, the shuttle wouldn't be able to launch with Centaur and an Orion-style transfer vehicle. But the shuttle could also go up, bring the transfer vehicle up, then go up and attach the stage to it, and then go from there. You could absolutely do that, no problem. You could use the arm to put it together. And then, boom, you literally have this. Well, that's what they wanted to do. They never did it, because morons. Not morons. They wanted to. They certainly tried. But, yeah, it's kind of how that panned out. Shame. Shuttle can do everything that SLS could do. It would just require a bunch of shuttle launches. Now, here's what the shuttle can't do. The shuttle can't do what SLS Block 1B will be able to do. Because the Block 1B will be able to put that freaking thing up into space. Now, the shuttle could never do that. No way. When you take the contents of this thermos and you mix them together in the right proportions and then light it, you get that. Destination, the moon or Moscow. Peking or the planets. Yeah. Yep. I understood that reference. You get that. So good, man. Loopy should be able to fix that with the settings file. Yeah, if you guys are wondering what I'm referring to here, hold on. This is from a BBC show that called Connections.
Certain gases ignite, and that the thermos flask permits you to store vast quantities of those gases safely in the frozen liquid form until you want to ignite them, at which point you take the top off the flask, the gases evaporate, you apply a light, and boom. Now, two gases do that better than any other. and it was Obert's assistant who put them together most efficiently. His name was Werner von Braun, and the two gases that he released from his particular version of a thermos flask, the one lying on its side behind me now, were hydrogen and oxygen. If you release those two gases into a confined space with a hole at the other end of it and mix them as you do so, and then set light to them, you get that.
Yes!
Destination,
yes!
the moon or Moscow. The planets or Peking.
Or Peking. It's so good, man. It's so good. It's so good. You get that. Destination, the moon or Moscow. The planets or Peking. Oh, that's so good, man. All right, so we'll just leave the shuttle there for a moment. Okay, we got a good connection on the Puma. What in Sam hell's a Puma? I'm gonna go into the fine-tuning the maneuver node here. Let's see if we can get a good intersection with this thing. Looks like we came in slightly inclined here. Alright, that's good. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Tessa for sure. What would happen if the shuttle's struck by lightning? Nothing, Nova, because nowadays we're smart enough to not launch the vehicle or put the vehicle in a position where it's a lightning rod. You ideally put the rocket into a position where it launches and it doesn't conduct electricity. What I'm referring to, that rule is called the surface electric field rule. Basically, they won't launch a rocket if there's a surface electric field violation. What does that mean? So surface electric field violation basically means if you launch the rocket, it will conduct electricity that otherwise would not strike. There can be electricity in the clouds. And just because it's not thunder and lightning out doesn't mean that the clouds can't be charged. You know what I mean? So surface electric field rule basically makes it so the rocket doesn't become the lightning rod and conduct an otherwise just kind of cloud that's just kind of sitting there. You know what I mean? So, yeah. What would happen if the shuttle gets struck by lightning? Probably nothing good. But surface electric field rule pretty much prevented that from ever happening. The surface electric field rule was created, Nova, after Apollo 12. Because Apollo 12 did get struck by lightning. And the crazy part is that it momentarily made a circuit with the ground. Because the rocket got hit by lightning. Lightning arced down the entire vehicle. And then arced to the plume of the rocket. And arced off the plume through the air down to the fixed service structure. It was like maybe 10 seconds after liftoff. And a lightning bolt hit the rocket, down the plume, down the fixed service structure, and ground it out. And it created a momentary connection. And it almost short-circuited a Saturn V on the way up. Yeah. Oops. That led to a famous Apollo program line. ECOM. Try SCE to auxiliary. SCE to auxiliary. What the hell is that? I have this switch on my desk to explain this. Basically what they did was change the signal condition electronics to an auxiliary power system because the lightning bolt basically fried the primary one. Yeah. Fried it. Oops. ECOM, try SCE to auxiliary. Actually, Nova, you should listen to the Apollo 12 Ascent commentary because they're like, try SCE to auxiliary. And everyone's like, who the frick is that? It was the electrical engineer that was on flight, that was on console for that flight. His name is John Aaron, if I'm remembering right. And nobody knew who the hell he was. He just went on the big loop and he's like, yep, SCE to auxiliary, hit it now. And the astronauts on board were like, who was it? Pete Conrad, Al Bean, I think. They were like, SCE to auxiliary, what the hell is that? I don't know where that is. What button is that? Seriously, they literally had no idea what they were talking about. And then the third guy on 12, I forget, he knew where it was and he flipped it and it fixed it. It fixed the Saturn V. They literally did an in-flight repair by flipping the auxiliary power. Conrad, Gordon, and Bean. Yeah, that sounds right. Yep. Yeah, Al Bean was like, I know where that is. And then he flipped it and everything went fine. And the crazy part about it is that... Okay, so what would you do if you were on a Saturn V and the computer was short-circuiting out while the rocket was firing? And then all of a sudden, you fixed it. Would you be like, oh okay, we're good. We're all right. No. Nervous laughter all the way up. We didn't die. Oh, this is good. Oh, jeez. Oh, we didn't die. That's good. See your last link. Yeah, Nova, weather guy has it. We didn't die. That's nice. Matching Astrovets. Can't lose with that. Alright, guys. We are go for Puma insertion here. Let's pressurize the engine, chill it down for flight. Burn time is 1 minute 32 seconds. Half 1 minute is 30. Half 32 is 16. 30 plus 16 is 46. We are node in T minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got a good ignition on the Cheetah Poomer upper stage. Cheetah Poomer. John Aaron, man. Yeah, Algolex, good stuff. What's gonna happen next? Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Algolex. He was just like, no, shut up. Everybody shut up. Hit this. Just hit that. Trust me. Okay. Oh my god, it fixed it. Steely-eyed missile man, baby. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty good stuff, dude. Stand by for second stage engine cutoff. We have CKO confirmed. Nominal deploy orbit insertion. Check that out, guys. We're this antenna is attached to the shuttle's KU band, and the shuttle is relaying our signal through TDRS to Diego Kerbal. So we're going bada bing, bada bing, bada bing, bada bing. That's cool, man. Quick question, what's the name of the Puma deployment mechanism on the shuttle? The Puma Integrated Support System. Why do you ask? Okay. Okay, the Puma's fuel cell is online. Yeah, Karen, that's good. All right, everything's looking good here. Stand by for TDRS deploy. Okay, the Cheetah engine is purged out. We are go for TDRS deploy. We have a nominal deploy on TDRS-3. No blinking lights? No, no strobes. Okay. Pressurizing Tedra's 3's onboard propulsion systems. Tedra's 3 onboard propulsion is going here. We have a node in 1 hour and 18 minutes. Split 2 minute 42, that's 1 minute and 21 seconds. So we're now out on orbit here. The Puma stage is there, and we have Tedra's 2 here in position as well. We do have a little bit of an inclination change that we need to set, but that's okay. We'll do that after the burn. Okay, go for burn. What I'm currently doing now is putting myself in a 4-hour orbital period style orbit here. What I'm going to do is we're at Tedra's 2 right now, and this is technically Tedra's 3. I need to get Tedra's 3 basically over there. So if Tedra's 2 is in a 6-hour orbit, and Tedra's 4 is in a Tedra's 3 is in a 4-hour orbit, what should happen here is that after one orbit, I should be about 120 degrees, or about a third of an orbit ahead, because the 6-hour orbital period as opposed to a 4-hour orbital period. 4 is 2/3 of 6. Does that make sense? This is how I make satellite networks, guys. But see, we're a little bit up and above Tedra's 2 right now. We really shouldn't be, but it's okay. Kyron, 21-month resub. Thank you. What time are we watching the Ariane launch? What time are we watching it? Basically, yeah, after this mission. Stream link for Vega. Okay.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Bruh. 33 years of bruh, yup, and damn. Hell yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, we'll pick up the Vega coverage here in a second. Let me get this satellite into position. Okay, good. And we just need to iron out that little bit of inclination difference. I'm gonna do this fast, dudes. Good. Okay, what we'll do now, switch back over. We'll switch back over to Puma 3. Hey, Emeth. Puma 3's fuel cell is on, enabling it to be on orbit for a very long period of time. We'll fast forward over to the burn. Okay. We're now thermally conditioning the engine here. I have a question. Happy holidays. Yeah, you too. What do you think about a community satisfactory server that's kind of ran like your Minecraft server? You would give the okay of where to build at certain factories, and there'd be rules on how to build things. Boosted edition. I have too much on my plate, 95. If you want to be, if I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, too much on my plate. It'd be fun. I would not be able, I'm just being honest. I would not be able to give it the time of day that it deserves. I would barely ever play it. I barely have enough time to play the Minecraft one right now. And then we have Friday Night Racing and GTA Racing on top of that. I got a lot of community activities. And I really wish I could give all of them, more time than they have. But it's just the way it is, dude. That'd be fun. I would love to run go on and play multiplayer satisfactory and just have somebody cranking out with the blueprints, cranking out building materials and stuff, and building blueprints and whatnot, and mass producing components, and then just build out a modular factory. It would be really cool, but yeah. Okay. Just gonna iron out the inclination here for the next shuttle. Okay. Shutting down the engine, locking out the gimbal. Okay. Ameth, okay. What's your question? Imagine there is a non-rotating interstellar body that's just floating in space, and then you intercept it for a gravity assist. Your spacecraft would get the extra speed without spending fuel. Isn't that a violation of conservation of energy? No. No, it's not. Not at all. Why would that be a wait, what? No. Planets still have gravity. Spinning is not what makes a planet have gravity. Planet's mass is what makes a planet have gravity. That's why it's not a violation of conservation of energy. Yeah. Planet doesn't need to be spinning for gravity to happen. You're conflating spinning with gravitational pull. No, not the same thing. Okay, stand by for insertion. Hey Bill, what's going on? How are you? Almost there. Teachers 3 is almost in the right orbit. Damn these low thrust, high efficiency engines. Actually, they ain't even that efficient, but don't tell nobody. I'm only saying non-rotating so that you won't say that the spacecraft got the extra boost from the angular momentum of said interstellar body. Yeah, I know, but it doesn't make a difference. Gravitational pull is gravitational pull, man. Listen to Novus, dude. Listen to Novostatic in chat. He'll probably explain it better than me. Would you believe me if I told you that during a flight I had to explain to a captain that the stars don't shine because they reflect light from... reflected light from our sun, but rather because they are stars just like our sun, if not bigger, and they shine by themselves. I swear it's... You had to tell somebody that... Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. Adam, yeah. Perfect. Okay, shutting down the monopropellant systems. On board. Shutting down the thrusters, safing the engines. Engine purge out is complete. Set radial in. We have to just mess with the traverse rate here. Nice. Okay, Tejas 3, you're a go for deploy. Stand by for full relay deploy. Got a good signal. Tracking data in relay satellite 3 is online. Perfect. I tried to be polite and not a know-it-all guy, but man, it was hard not to laugh. It was hard not to laugh in his face because he didn't believe me. He thought I was messing with me. He told me he was going to verify this. The next morning, he was humble enough to admit that he was wrong. Well, at least the guy is smart, man. I mean, in your line of work, dude, yeah, at least he was smart enough to admit it. Again. All right. We have performed a rendezvous maneuver around Kerbal. All right, it counted that as a rendezvous. Sorry about my confusion. I understand I'm wrong. I just want to know how and why. Well, Ameth, guys, I'm gonna get us teed up for Vega here in a second. We'll land the shuttle on the other side of the Vega launch. Every object has a lot of mass, and that mass warps space and time. Okay. That warping of space and time creates acceleration. And that's where it starts to get funky. I don't think your relativity is clicking in your head, because that's literally what it is. It's relativity. We're talking about Einstein's formula now. Okay? This is Einstein. This is E equals mc squared. That's literally what that says. Energy. You know what I'm saying? So, any planet with a lot of mass, like Earth, for instance, Earth has a lot more mass than you. But you are affecting Earth as well as Earth affecting you. But Earth is, because Earth is a way higher mass. It has a much bigger grav well than you ever would, right? And that does create acceleration. It's just high concentrations of mass warp space and time. And that warp, that distortion of light is what creates the acceleration, more or less. I mean, it's a little more complicated than that, but that's kind of the gist of it, dude. That's why relativity is so ridiculous, because that's actually what happens. It's like, think a buoy floating around in water. It's creating not ripples, but it creates, it displaces the water. The gravity works the exact same way. Earth's mass is kind of displacing gravity almost. That's not the right way to say it, but that's the visualization. And that's what creates that acceleration. Now, don't get me wrong, the spacecraft is acting upon the planet and moving it ever so slightly that, you know, when you gravitate off of a planet. But since the planet's mass is way higher than a spacecraft's mass, you'll see more force imparted on the spacecraft than spacecraft force imparted on planet. Does that make sense?